Alrighty, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Robotics Notes Elite. I kind of forgot that I left myself on this lovely scene here. For context, because context is good, Kaito is trying to put himself into a strained state in order to force out his slow-mo, his not so great attack that he gets, because yes, it is painful for him, but it is, well, and from his perspective, in his opinion here, the only way that he's going to be able to have a chance against the cheating AI or CPU or whatever that he's having to face off against in a modified version of Kill Ballad in order to, I guess, stop the whole robot mess that's going on here. I think that's a pretty good summary of things here. Oh, and Frau almost died, but it looks like she's doing pretty okay now. Frau's arm constricts around my neck, which, unfortunately, I think she enjoys. I can't breathe. My neck is being crushed. My consciousness fades. I can only barely hear Frau's voice. My breathing stops. At this rate, I'll really die. I squeeze out the last bit of strength I have left in order to tap Frau's arm around my neck. Frau immediately loosens the sleeper hold. I desperately gasp for air. Clearly, Frau was putting her all into the hold, as she too is out of breath. Still no attack. I spread my body across the floor in an attempt to catch my breath. My whole body feels heavy. I can tell that the bomb is there inside of my chest, but no matter how much I abuse myself, the fuse stays unlit. This is actually my first time trying to force it to happen. Am I going about this the wrong way? I glance at the clock and discover that it's almost noon. I literally just spent the entire night torturing myself. What kind of punishment is this? I went for a 30-minute jog in the middle of the night, the creepy red aurora illuminating the sky. I copied Frau and took an ice-cold bath. Sit-ups, push-ups. I might as well be a samurai at this point. Despite still being out of breath, I raised my body and challenged Takasab yet again. But I don't think it's gonna go well. I'm getting hungry. And I'm sleepy. My head feels hollow. But I still somehow manage to keep moving my fingers around. My concentration is fading. I'm misinputting more than when I first began playing. Earlier I had so many near wins, but now I can't even get close. I've beaten myself up pretty badly, but still no attacks, which means I haven't been able to win. Frau has been up with me the whole time, so her expression is as empty as mine. She occasionally shakes her body, probably because she's trying to stop herself from falling asleep. This is depressing. I blame it on this room's gloomy atmosphere. I didn't think that depriving myself of sunlight for this long would make me feel so terrible. Yeah, guys, honestly, do not, stay shut in as much as Frau does, because vitamin D is a huge thing. Visit the sun. Go outside. Touch grass. It's like a cycle. No wonder shut-ins can't get out of it. The air is dirty too. I'm probably breathing in nothing but dust. Even the PC fan's low-frequency noise is starting to hurt my ears. Honestly, I would say computers nowadays are pretty quiet, even if they're all, fan builds. I know that there's a lot that do the liquid cooling, which I think would be quieter than fan builds, but I am still a fan elitist. I have a bunch of fans in my computer, and honestly, it is quiet. I mean, you can hear it, but it's quiet. And a lot of computers, I would argue, are pretty quiet. But if it is quiet in your room as well, you will begin to pick that up. You will begin to notice it, and it's fucking annoying. At least the AC is finally off thanks to my complaints. Frau seems to find the cold calming and says she becomes more alert. She finally agreed to turn the AC off once she realized my fingers were freezing, making me play worse.
昨日からずっとその服だよね。
Frau's still wearing her loose-fitting camisole and sweat shorts.
いつから私が同じ服を着続けていると錯覚していた。
着替えたの？
着替えてない。
Then I'm not hallucinating.
だが先輩には人のことは言えませんぞ。
ああ、俺も着替えてないね。っていうかコナちゃん、髪とか臭そう。
お風呂に入らなくても問題ないのだぜ。それが引きこもりの特権。キリ。
水風呂には入るくせにね。
誰馬。
Since I've suffered through multiple cold baths in an attempt to trigger an attack, I'm actually pretty clean.
先輩、死にそうな顔してるわけだが、そんな装備で大丈夫か？
No.
大丈夫じゃないよ。ちっともスローモーが発動しないしね。ここまで手こずるとは。
I think another part of it is also stress. Like, sure, you can actually push stress upon you through, the activities that they've been doing, actual exercise, putting himself into a position where he's going to die unless, he taps out or whatever. But he knows that this is all not, I don't know. He knows that this is stuff he's putting himself through. Let's call it that. I think his attacks might be more from a stress that he isn't really wanting, but he's getting anyways. So maybe that's the problem. But how do you actually purposely do something that you're not trying to purposely do? It's contradicting itself. I figured triggering an attack would be easy as pie. Alas, pie is just not easy. I catch my breath. Either way, now that my concentration is busted, even if I did trigger slow-mo, I'd lose.
先輩。
Frau's watching the news or something on her Pokecom as she grabs my arm and shakes me.
何？
東京の停電完全復旧は明日の午前中だって。
その辺がタイムリミットか。
Guess I'll take another cold bath and try to get my focus up. The tub is still filled to the brim with water. I don't have the time to consider whether or not Frau is watching. I strip naked and drag myself into the bathroom. The second I hop into the tub, I immediately hop back out. Because it's cold. And just like that, I'm wide awake. After hastily wiping myself down with a towel, I head back to the room. We got some tweets to look at. Also, we don't have to rely on the guide for the rest of this phase. There's no more choices that we absolutely have to make. It's just that on the 28th, we need to check Twitter. The TV isn't working. Is this from the solar storm? Can't watch the news like this. Didn't think the island would be affected too. My Pokecom isn't working well. Apps keep crashing, but I guess it's better than others. There might be people that had their Pokecom break in Tokyo. And that's that. We're seeing a little bit from our Nightheart, our knight in shining armor, if you will, from Chaos Head. Even so, he is 100% not a knight, or anywhere close to shining.
これはけしからん。
おいおい、堂々とガン見しないように。
Getting stared at is embarrassing, come on. I hurriedly toss my clothes back on. But my body's still freezing cold, so I'm shaking.
できればもう少しヌードを見ていたかった。鎖骨を重点的に。つくづくロボ部のメガネがいないことが悔やまれる。
変態視点はやめなって。
Does this girl have no shame? Wait a sec. If she has no problem staring at me naked, does that mean she's already been to home base? But then I remember that she was going on about being a virgin just the other day.
コナちゃんってさ、処女だっけ？
エグザクトリー。その通りでございます。
その割には堂々としすぎでしょ。
ボケが。
Well, the internet is such a lovely place that I'm sure that people get desensitized and, well, seeing somebody naked, especially if they're a shut-in, isn't the most surprising thing. I could be wrong. I'm not a shut-in.
男子の裸など薄い本で散々見慣れておるわ。キリ。
I have no idea what a thin book is, but I get the feeling it's something dirty.
っていうか、そっち何か手がかりはつかめたわけ？
全然。
あ、そ
でも絶対に見つけてやる。
そういえばさ、前にとあるハッカーの話本で読んだことがあるんだけど、どんな鉄壁のセキュリティでも破れる極めつきの方法があるんだよね。
その話詳しく。
それは別にすごいハッキングプログラムとかそんなものじゃない。難しい技術も必要ない。ある意味で誰でも実行可能な方法だ。それはね、その鉄壁のセキュリティを作った人間に接近してパスワードを教えてもらうこと。
Basically, you get close to them as a friend or a lover or even a business partner. And the closer you are to them, the more often you'll be invited into situations where they'll let their guard down.
案外アナログな方法でしょ。結局さ、どれだけすごいセキュリティでもそれを作った人間ってのは必ずいるわけで、その人間自体はミスもする、うっかりだってある。そっちを責める方がよっぽど楽なわけ。
その発想はなかったわ。でももしそうだとしたら、そんなの。
Frau frowns and sprawls herself out onto the sofa. She holds her head and buries her face into a pillow. I hope my little story acts as food for thought for her. At the end of the day, finding the culprit is on her. I'll do what I can. Tomorrow morning is our deadline. Come hell or high water, I have to trigger slow-mo by then. With a newfound resolve, I pick up my Pokecom. Oh, it's gaming time. My eyes are hazy. I can't see my Pokecom screen very well. How long have I been awake now? I haven't checked the time in a while. Looking at the clock makes me anxious, rendering me unable to focus on KB. I have to be ready for slow-mo to trigger at any moment. My body has clearly surpassed its limits. I can definitely feel the bomb deep inside of me. But all I can do now is wait. My back feels heavy. Which is hardly a surprise, as Frau's leaning her back on mine. It's annoying. I'd rather shake her off, however, I really don't have the energy to do so. And I'm also leaning against her, so I let it be. I can feel Frau's slow-paced breathing through her slender back. The rhythm isn't altogether unpleasant, but man, my body itches. I've been taking cold baths every now and then, but I still haven't bathed properly. Plus, fighting Takasab is really intense, so I end up covered in sweat even though the room isn't particularly hot. We're just a couple of sweaty teens sitting for hours upon hours in a dark, dirty, abandoned room. It would be outrageous, but we've only been playing this game.
勝てないな。
How many times have I lost? I'm pretty sure the number has at least 3 digits. I'm becoming numb. I don't feel anything from losing anymore. I restart the battle like it's some mindless task.
よくないよな、この感じ。
Not that I wasn't already aware of it. With my body so far gone and the hours I've spent in this dark room, my sense of urgency is fading. All 5 of my senses are fading.
嘘だ。
Frau suddenly yells out loud. I can feel her back trembling through my skin. I snap back to attention. Was I about to fall asleep just now? Not good. I slap my cheeks as hard as I can to reinvigorate myself. Frau's no longer leaning against me. I turn to see her pacing back and forth across the room.
クソがなんでこんなことに。
どうかした？
なんでなの？意味不思議。そんなのってないよ。イラカベしちゃうよ。ありえない。絶対何かの間違い。
She's deliriously talking to herself, but then again, that's pretty normal. This must be a pretty big deal.
コナちゃん！
Frau's body jerks after I yell at her.
どうしたのさ？
先輩。
Tears descend down her cheeks. What the fuck is going on with her?
私をはめたのが誰か把握した。
犯人が分かったってこと？
分かったけど、でもこんなの嘘だよ。だってこんな。
何者だったわけ？
Is it someone we know? Frau seems reluctant to say anything. She looks down, avoiding eye contact with me.
信じたくない。もしガチだったら裏切りだろ、上皇。
Alright, I have a pretty good idea of who it is.
身内だったってところ。
Frau raises her face. She stares at me as if she's clinging to me with every fiber of her being.
正解。
She quickly nods her head.
サークルの仲間。
Ah,
ハ
okay.
ンドルネームはマグヤン。
サークルってキルバラを開発したサークル？
そう。フラウ工事ロファクトリー。
So why is it very specifically this guy? Like, what is leading her to believe that it's him? They all got to know each other in an online community about gun barrel. All 5 of them vary in age and gender. Did I completely skip a line? Including Frau, there are 5 members of the factory. Okay, I did skip a line. Sorry, maybe I'm the one that's not awake. By Frau's suggestion, they all put their skills together and created the record-breaking hit game KB.
マグヤンは私のプログラムのサポートっつうか、5人の中じゃ一番おとなしい人だったのに。
連絡はつかないの？
昨日他のメンバーからは無事だって連絡来たけど、
But
マグヤンだけは来てない。
こっちから連絡してみればいい。
でも
コナちゃんの大事なガンバレルを怪我した犯人かもしれないわけだけど。
or something happened to him, you know, based off of everything that has happened in general.
スルーするつもり？
Frau shook her head in refusal.
まだ犯人って決まったわけじゃ。
でも証拠は手に入れた。そうでしょ？
状況証拠だけ。マグヤン以外の仲間から話聞いたりして。さっき先輩が言ってたセキュリティを破るための簡単な方法。それ聞いて私のツイポのアカウントとか知ってるのはサークルの身内じゃないかって。でもまさか本当にそうだったなんて。
連絡しなよ。
だって私コミュ障だし、何話していいか。
Okay, I don't really know my deres. Like, I'm sorry, guys. I don't even know, like, what a... Like, all I know is eroge. I don't know all the other variations. I'm sorry. I'm actually a fake visual novel fan. A dandere is a girl who is usually quiet and antisocial, which is done, but becomes affectionate, dere, when alone with her romantic interest. However, the definition has become more broad recently. Broad in what way?
じゃあ好きにすればいい。
Just like anybody could be, or...
でもそのマグヤンって人は犯人かもしれないけど犯人じゃないかもしれないんでしょ？どっちなのか確かめる必要はあると思うけどね。
電話してみる。
Nearly in tears, Frau pulls out her
ポ
Pokecom.
ゼッタタン、マグヤンに電話して。
電話いたしますね。
The Pokecom screen changes over, but no matter how long she stays connected, nobody answers.
やっぱり出ない。
I look at the clock, it's 3 a.m. I suppose most people wouldn't answer at this hour.
逃げたんじゃね。
She asks like she's trying to get a feel for my mood, almost as if she's wishing he actually did. But as if to sneer at that, after about a minute of staying on the line, the call goes through. A severely underweight man appears on her screen. Where is he? It looks super dark over there. Is he in a car?
マグヤン、
いやあ、フラウちゃん。
前はちょっと太ってたくらいなのに。まるで別人じゃね。
僕のところに電話してきたっていうことは気づいたんだね。
Well, there we go.
そうだよ。僕が RI 社のサーバーに鍵をかけた。そして君の仕業に見せかけるためにツイポのアカウントを乗っ取った。
Hey now, I didn't think you would just admit it so easily. I didn't see that coming. Are we recording this? I know I am.
チーター3人が死んだ後もオンライン上にいたのもあんたの仕業？
君は？
俺のことはどうでもいいでしょ。
そうだ。あのチーター3人は僕が作ったボットだ。
あんたのせいで俺はずっとランキング5位に甘んじてたってわけだ。
It is actually very, very impressive that he was able to create 3 bots that were able to mimic their playstyles in such a way, which means, well, I don't know if he straight up murdered these guys, but he did extensive research in how to actually program them so perfectly.
チート検索ツールがことごとく空振りだったのは、
あのツールを作ったのは僕だ。細工なんて簡単にできる。
Yeah, you can let things through. Easy. Well, that clears that up. And here I was doing battle with those assholes for real. I feel stupid. I don't like this. Frau gently grabs my hand without warning. Surprised, I glance at Frau only to find her eyes affixed to the screen. Even I'm not so cruel as to shake off her hand at a time like this. Frau, after taking a short breath, mumbles out her words.
殺したの。あのチーター3人の中の人。アグヤンが殺したの。
殺してない。
今さらそこだけ嘘ついたって意味ないんじゃない？
本当なんだ。誓って僕じゃない。
But it was all 3 of them.
だったら誰なん？
きっと僕を脅してた奴らだ。僕はそいつらに妻と子供を人質に取られて、殺されたくなかったら言われた通りにしろって。
単独犯じゃないってこと？その脅してた連中って何者？
わからない。一度も会ったことはないんだ。
Yeah, this guy is totally dead.
でも妻と子供はもう半年以上帰ってきてない。僕だってわけがわからなかったんだよ。でもやらないと家族がって思ったら。
Kind of explains why he got so underweight. You know, apparently the last time Frau saw him, he was a little chubby, but for him to be, you know, not as such anymore, kind of explains some things there. An unpleasant thought crosses my mind. A conspiracy. In this quest to reveal a conspiracy to the world, Kimijima fled to Tanegashima, all the while fleeing from the Tavistock Institute, yet he got murdered. Frau's mom, Kaguri Minami, tried to stop an anime from being used as a propaganda tool and was forced to flee. She's been missing for 4 years. The Gun Barrel anime staff who tried to save Kaguri Minami were ruthlessly murdered.
タビストック研究所か300人委員会っていう名前を聞いたことは？
言えない。
What's that supposed to mean?
奴らのことを話せば家族の命がないんだ。
Magoyan's face goes pale. I guess that's a good enough answer. He's basically saying yes.
僕はただ言われた通りにしただけだ。脅されて手伝わされたんだ。
Magoyan mumbles as if to comfort himself.
RI 社の OS を乗っ取ってロボットを暴走させてるのも、チーターたちを殺したのも僕じゃない。信じてくれ。
Frau hangs her head as her lips quiver.
あんたの事情は今はどうでもいいんだけどさ、鍵をあんたの方で開けてくれたりはしないよね、どうせ。
無理だ。それをすれば家族が殺される。
いいよ、そっちは俺が何とかするんで。
Though I'm not actually sure whether I'll be able to pull it off or not.
あんたを脅してた連中の目的って何だろうね。ロボットを暴走させて何がしたいんだろう。
最終的には東京の環庁舎を狙うらしい。停電から復旧する前にそこを攻撃して、さらに首都機能の麻痺状態を継続させるって。
あんたを脅してる連中がそう言ってた？
言ってたわけじゃないけど、環庁舎を狙うように指示されたんだ。霞ヶ関や永田町に集まりつつあるよ。停電の完全復旧が明日の午前中らしいから、それまでには攻撃が始まるはず。
そういうことはバラしても平気なわけ？
もう止められない。混乱してる今の東京じゃ警察も対処できないはず。
Yeah, and if it's like we try to tell anybody, then, you know, who's gonna believe us? You know? Nobody's gonna believe Frau whatsoever, and we're a nobody. Things are more dire than I thought. But it all doesn't quite seem real to me through the monitor screen.
じゃあやっぱり高そぶ狩りのタイムリミットは停電復旧前までか。
あの鍵は破れない。僕の作った3体のボットで今のリーダーボード上位連中のデータを半年も取り続けたんだ。どんなパターンにも対応できる。
So those bots were just stepping stones for Takasab.
それでも勝ってみせるよ。こんなところでつまずいてたら全一には一生なれないんでね。
無駄な努力だよ。
マグヤン、なんで私たちなんだろう。マグヤンを脅してた人たちが私たちに目をつけたのってなんでかなって。私たち何かした？
私たちじゃない。あいつらが目をつけたのはフラウちゃん一人だ。手紙にそう書いてあったんだ。僕の家族を殺すつもりはないって。ただ小郡みなみの娘には犠牲になってもらうって。
Yeah, that is kind of freaky right there, isn't it?
まさかそいつらがママのことをねえもっと詳しく教えて。
それ以上のことはわからない。わからないんだ。
嘘！何か知ってんだろ。ママのこと教えろよ。このカスが出なきゃ死ね。したかんで死ね。
すまない。
すまないじゃねえですし、ママはどこにいるんだよ。ねえ、どこに。
Oh, my bad.
コナちゃん落ち着いて。
Damn, I'm really good at ruining moments. As soon as I grab her shoulders and call out to her, she settles down. Her shoulders are trembling. Frau wipes her tears and squeezes out the last few words she can muster.
マグヤン、最後に一つ聞かせて。マグヤンって結婚してたっけ？
は？
I tilt my head along with Magayan. What in the world does this have to do with anything?
半年前にオフで話した時はマグヤン童貞だって、二次元にしか興味ないって言ってたような。いつ結婚したん？子供はいつ生まれたん？
Yeah, that's a little interesting.
ほんの付き合いばっかだったから。私が知らなかっただけ。
Magayan is acting strangely. His eyes are unstable. His forehead is covered with sweat. Finally, he frowns and holds his head.
僕はでもあれ妻はいるよ。子供だって。ほら僕の子は元気な女の子で、いや違う、男の子。名前は春に生まれたからって、それにちなんではるかって。違うはるかは魔法少女閣下様のヒロインで、そもそも僕の子供は男の子。あれ変だな。そうか、疲れてるんだ。そりゃそうだ、疲れもするよ。
Has he totally lost it?
とにかくそういうわけなんだ。ごめんねフラウちゃん。僕の役目は終わった。朝になったら飛行機でフィリピンに飛ぶんだ。そこで妻と子供と再会できるって言われた。
I have a feeling he's going to be greatly disappointed when he finds out he doesn't actually have a family to meet in the Philippines.
成田は停電で閉鎖しちゃってるから、関空までの移動で今日までかかっちゃったけど、本当にすまない。許してくれとは言わないよ。それじゃ。
And just like that, the call is over. What was that just now? There was something extremely unsettling and scary about all that. The word brainwash comes to mind. The Tavistock Institute's specialty. What if he was being brainwashed to think that he had a wife and kid that never really existed? I can't even imagine what it must feel like to be Maguyan right now. I'm covered in cold sweat just from thinking about it. Frau laughs like she always does.
ありのまま今起こったことを話すぜ。マグヤンは仲間だと思っていたら敵だった。何を言っているかわからねえと思うが、私にも何をされたのかわからなかった。犯人わかったのに何の救いにもならないっつうか。
Now, we all know that brainwashing, I've talked about it before, brainwashing is definitely something that can happen in this series. We've learned a lot of the science that they've brought up where, yeah, people can just quite literally be tricked. They can be taken advantage of. We definitely see that shit in Chaos Head and Chaos Child, and also not necessarily memory manipulation, but how thoughts and memories and emotions and all that are handled are also brought up in Steins Gate. I didn't even read that line. Frau's hand still holding onto my fingers tightens.
裏切られるなんてこんなことなら誰も信じなければよかった。引きこもりは引きこもりらしくずっと一人でいればよかった。ママだってどうせもう予感はだいぶ前からしてたっつうか、この島が最後の望みみたいな感じだったわけだが、結局あの警告メッセージでとどめ刺されたみたいなところはあるし、引っ越してきた意味あんまりなかったっていうぼっちオツ。
そうやって自分を卑下してるだけなら楽だろうね。
先輩
でもちょっと残念だな。東京での仲間に裏切られたらそれで孤独だと思っちゃうなんてね。
Frau's hand is still wrapped around my fingers. I hold on tightly to her hand.
アキちゃんに言わせれば、コナちゃんはロボ部の一員であって、もうすでに仲間なんだよね。だからさ、勝手に自分を一人ぼっちだと思わないでくれないかな。そう思いたいなら、まずロボ部をやめてもらわないと。どうせ、アキちゃんに言ったら全力で反対するだろうけど。
ロボ部。
それと、なんかすっかり諦めムードに浸っちゃってるところ悪いけど、俺はまだ高祖部との勝負を諦めたわけじゃないんで、勝手に終わられたら困るよ。
でももう私の素性とかガンバレルのスタッフが死んだこととか全部さらされちゃってるし、今さらあのチート CPU に勝ったって一度拡散した私の疑いは晴れるわけじゃないし。
だから何？最初に言ったよね、俺。別にコナちゃんのために勝負してるんじゃないって。俺はこのクソチート CPU に勝ちたいからやってるんだよ。
And with that, I let go of her hand. Break time's over. We've got another 7 to 8 hours left before time's up. I'm going to settle this before then. If I can defeat him, victory is mine. But if I can't, it's theirs. Oh, I wonder how this is all gonna go down. I sure sounded cool, but I've yet to trigger an attack. And our time's running out. My body has just about hit its limit. I might pass out before I'm able to trigger an attack at this rate, which would render me totally useless. After all the self-torture I've endured, that would really suck. But here's the thing. At this point, an attack could realistically happen at any time now. Frau is squatting in the corner of the room with her head held down. She's not sleeping, as I can hear her sniffling every now and then. I get it, she's still dealing with the shock of being betrayed by someone she trusted. I should leave her alone for now. I lost again. I strike the screen with my finger. I'd rather toss my Pokecom to the floor, but that would crack the screen, so I resist the urge. I'm so close. What do I need to do to corner myself?
なんで？
Frau breaks the silence after a few hours. Is she feeling a little better?
なんで私は引きこもりになったと思う？
Well, that came out of nowhere.
さあ、人付き合いが苦手だから、それとも母親が失踪したから。
Come to think of it, I don't even know how long she's been a shut-in. What was her life like in Tokyo?
残念。世界はキルバラ作るため。
へえ。
ママがいなくなって頑張れるがあんな終わり方して、それでオワコンになってくのが怖かった。頑張れるがみんなから忘れられたらママも忘れられた存在になっちゃうって。だから頑張れるを題材にゲーム作ろうって思って。
I did have like a little bit of a feeling that that's kind of why she jumped into it. Sure, I mean, it was just speculation, but for a series like this, I mean, yeah, for her to just kind of jump in and go full force into creating this game so that people would remember the series. Even so, I don't think they'd forget after just what, like a few years?
なんでゲームなのかっつう
With
と
or without a game?
単に私がプログラムが得意だったからって理由なわけだが、でも適当に作ったらきっと頑張れるのアニメほどは流行らないし、かといって時間かけて作ってたらその間にオワコンになっちゃうから、学校行ってる暇も惜しかったわけで、気づいたら引きこもりをしていた。催眠術とか超スピードとかそんなチャチなもんじゃ断じてねえ。まあもともとコミュ障気味のぼっちだったからスムーズに引きこもれたのだぜ。
Is that supposed to be a good thing?
先輩はキルバラ好き？
まあね、よくできたゲームだよ。俺は頑張れるそのものには興味なかったりするんだ。キルバラは純粋にゲームとして楽しんでる。
The main reason I made it my main game is because I have someone I want to be.
トンクス。
は？
トン、
なんだって？
オツ。
聞こえないよ。
I feel like we've been through this before.
ありがとう。褒めてくれて。
She says, with a flustered look on her face.
好きって言ってくれて嬉しい。
どういたしまして。
ちなみに攻めと受けならどっちが好き？
お、キルバラの戦法のことなら攻めだね。
ほほう、攻めですか。
You can back up now.
でもヤシオ先輩はむしろ受け、異論は認める。メガネとなら攻守交代 OK な感じだから夢が広がりんぐ。
She's grinning all of a sudden. I'm not gonna think too hard about what's going through that head of hers.
少しは元気取り戻したみたいだね。
Frau then wipes the grin off her face and gets serious.
勝てる？
あと一歩が詰められない。あと少し自分の体をいじめられればおっさま起きそうな気がするんだよね。
いじめるだとごくり。
What in the world is she thinking?
SM グッズ貸します。
そんなの持ってるの？だとしたら俺本気でコナちゃんと縁を切るよ。
さすがに本物は持ってないよ。
偽物ならあるのかよ。
それに近いものなら。
I mean, I'm not surprised either way. Frau stands up with a grin on her face and starts shuffling through some boxes stacked in the corner of the room.
確かこの辺に入れといた気が。あ、来たー！
Wonderful. What kind of pervy toy does she have in store for me?
これ使っちゃいなよ。
What the fuck? What is this? And with that, she whips out some low-frequency therapy equipment. It's like one of those electric massage kits that you attach to your body to try and relax.
これのどこが SM グッズ？
いじめるために使うならこれで十分なのだぜ。レベル最大で使えば激痛でヤシオ先輩大悶絶。薄暗い部屋に響く苦痛の声はやがて喜びの声へと変わり。
変わらないって。
But this might just work. They've been rerunning old variety shows on TV lately, and on one of them I saw a comedian getting punished with one of these things.
ますます罰ゲームっぽくなってきたな。
I suppose since she went through the trouble of digging this out, I should at least give it a try. Though I might start making input errors after this because of the pain.
ではつけて信ぜよう。主に鎖骨あたりに。
Why does she look so happy? She looks more pleased than she did when I said I liked KB.
どうせなら強烈なやつでいこう。
2 pads on my thighs, 2 on my butt, 1 on each of my upper arms, and 1 on both sides of my temple. No collarbone though. She has a thing for collarbones. And that is a thing, by the way. People actually really do like the attractiveness of collarbones.
じゃあタイミングを指示するからその時にスイッチオンでよろしく。レベルは最大ね。
I restart my fight with Takasab. As always, I carefully battered down their life bar, knowing full well that I'm going to be trading hits. Once their life bar turns red, I can sense them getting ready to use their ult.
スイッチオン
And then I faint. Oh. Well, that's not good.
先輩
Why do they have question marks? We know who this is.
起きてこの
My cheeks sting, and my body feels heavy. It's like I'm paralyzed or something. I think I might be pushing my luck. I slowly come to, and open my eyes. Uh-oh. Careful now, game. Careful. What a lovely face.
起きた。よかった。よかったお。
何してんの？
先輩を起こそうとしてましたが何か。
なんで馬乗りになる必要があるんだよ。
だって全身をビクンって痙攣させて倒れたから。
Well, yeah, he electrocuted himself.
死んだかと思うだろう。常識的に考えて。
None of that really explains why you're straddling me.
気絶したのか。やっぱりさ、こめかみにつけたのが間違いだったかな。
けどでもガチでよかったお。
Frau lazily begins to lean her body atop of mine.
先輩が死んでたら私も後を追って自殺してたレベル。
Frau rests her soft body atop mine. I haven't been this close to a girl since I was a little kid. I had assumed Frau's body temp was super low, but I was wrong. Her warmth seeps into my skin. It's a reminder that she's alive like I am. Damn it, here I am imagining Frau naked. And in a situation where she was going to die. Let us not forget that part.
どうやらそんな気力もないらしい。
My exhaustion has reached its limit. It seems my hunger and tiredness are taking over my libido. I'm so sleepy. I wish I'd just fallen asleep after passing
っ
out.
ていうかさ、コナちゃん。
ん？
どいてくれない？
だが断る。
Why?
お願い。少しだけこのままで
Why?
話聞いてほしい。
コナちゃん、臭いんだけど。
先輩もな。
Jeez. What does she want from me?
頑張れるは私にとって大事な、とっても大事な作品なんだをママが残してくれた。ママの思いが詰まった大事な作品。自分で作ったキルバラを叩かれるのは痛くも痒くもないし、自分のこと叩かれるのも嫌だけど別に平気。でもママと頑張れるが叩かれるのは耐えられない。なのに最終話が流出して、この前ママのメッセージが出てきて、アグヤンにはめられて 私がテロ犯になっちゃって、そのせいでママまで犯人扱いされて怪我されちゃう。頑張れるとママがどんどん怪我されていく。先輩、頑張れるわ。もう一度輝けるかな。ここまでボロボロにされて、ひどいレッテル貼られて、
Personally, maybe not.
きっとたくさんの人がファンやめちゃったはず。ここからもう一度頑張れるを輝かせることはできるのかな。
さあね。少なくとも俺たちがどう頑張ったって全盛期の輝きを取り戻すのは無理でしょ。
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
でも俺たちができる範囲で一からコツコツとやっていけばいいんじゃない？そうだな。例えば手始めにロボ部の2号機を万博に出展させるとかさ。
ロボ部、
あれだって頑張れるがモデルになってるわけだしね。
That is true.
そんなわけで前から頼んでたけどコナちゃんも参加してよ。そこから始めればいい。お母さんは正しかったっていつか分かってもらえる日が来るまでね。
Yeah, I mean, she can follow, not directly, but indirectly follow the footsteps of her mother in that gun barrel direction.
ちなみに今の俺はコナちゃんのお母さんが正しかったって信じてるんで。
Considering the myriad of parallels with the Kimijima reports, I can't just write it off as a conspiracy theory anymore.
さっきこの島に引っ越してきた意味あんまりなかったと言ったな。あれは嘘だ。だってヤシオ先輩に会えたからこの島に来てよかった。
別に俺はコナちゃんのために何もしてないけどね。
放置プレイも我々の業界ではご褒美です。
What industry is she talking about?
というわけで鎖骨を見せろ。
嫌だよ。コナちゃんは我が道を突き進みすぎだよ。
I take a deep breath, then lightly push Frau away and sit up.
休憩は終わりだ。タイムリミットまでもう時間もない。
ヤシオ先輩、勝って。
Well, we've been trying to do that for a while.
私のためでもママのためでもなくていい。あんなクソチート CPU に負けないで。
ああ。
And that was always the plan. Ah, typical Kaito. We decided to keep using the shock therapy equipment, except now we're making sure not to attach any pads to my temples. At maximum output, my thighs, butt, and arms alone are enough to cause my body to convulse. This has a negative effect on my ability to play, so we drop the output down a little. All that's left now is for Frau to intermittently shock me while I play. Thanks to the intensity of the sensation, I've stopped feeling the burning pain around my thighs. I can't breathe. No matter how desperately I try to breathe, my body won't move like I want it to.
先輩、すごく弱ってる。もうこれ以上は。
いや、やめなくていい。合図したらスイッチを押すんだ。
だってなんか死にそうな顔してるし。
もうすぐタイムリミットでしょ。休んでる暇はないよ。
It's entirely possible that the RI robots are gathered outside of the government building right now. I haven't been watching the news, so I don't know for sure. But I do know that we're out of time. Which is why...
暇だ!
Excruciating pain ensues. I clench my teeth to hold on to my consciousness. Focus. Don't let the pain get the best of you. Oh, that's a loss. Another loss. How many times is this? And my slow-mo is nowhere to be found. But even then...
もうやめるべきじゃね。先輩は十分やったし。
十分。一生もできてないのに十分もクソもないでしょ。それに感じるんだ。
感じる。ついにド M の血が覚醒を。
じゃなくて爆弾の導火線にさ、ようやく火がついたみたいだ。
And that fuse belongs to the bomb-like something deep inside of my chest. Once it explodes, I'll get an attack. After years and years of struggling with my condition, I've become good at noticing its signs. It tells me when an attack is on the way. Consider it a sort of homemade detection system that I came up with.
次だ。
I swallow my breath. My throat is dry as hell, but I opt not to drink any water.
次で起きる。
わかるん？
なんとなくね。
I've done all sorts of awful things to my body to get here. If I don't have an attack, I'm going to be pissed. If anything, it's taken way too long. I massage my eyeballs over my eyelids, and while I'm at it, I loosen up my fingers. I'm actually kind of impressed by how messed up I am. But that's enough. It's time for me to strike back.
じゃあ、始めよう。
It's then that a violent knocking sound shoots through the room.
古郡さん、古郡さん、いるんでしょ？
How do they know?
開けてください。警察です。
Ah, shit.
警察。先輩、どうしよう。
I guess the authorities have finally arrived to question Frau about the whole OS hack thing. Talk about shitty timing. Couldn't they wait 10 minutes?
ちょっと東京でのことについてお話聞かせてもらえませんか？もしもし。
出た方がいい？
If we make them wait for too long, things will just get worse. I doubt they're gonna break in, but we also don't want to give them the wrong impression.
5分待ってもらえばそれでいい。
I'm sure the bomb will go off before then. Frau heads toward the door.
着替えるから5分だけ待って。
While Frau buys me some time, I initiate my final battle with Takasab. My strategy now is the same as before, exchanging blows. And once Takasab's HP bar starts to glow red, they're gonna come at me with their bullshit ult. If I can manage to trigger slow-mo at that exact time, they're finished. The round begins. I manage to read and dodge their long-range sniper attacks and begin to close the distance between us. The real match begins once I'm in melee range. No matter how I try to break their guard, they manage to quickly react and respond. So instead, I aim for trades using moves with large hitboxes. I picked this borderline suicidal strat precisely because Snyder is a ranged fighter. No matter how superhuman Takasab's reaction speed is, Snyder's close-range capabilities are limited. Gunbarrel, on the other hand, is designed around up-close and personal combat. Trading hits requires hyper-accurate timing, but I've gotten that down after playing hundreds of rounds. It's been a while since I was able to focus like this. The police and their little visit help to raise the tension. My heart starts beating faster as the battle continues. I'm all fired up. My sense of exhaustion turns to pleasure. Wait, hold on. It's too soon. This is the wrong timing. Please just wait a little while longer. Staying focused on the game, I clench my teeth in an attempt to keep my attack at bay. And then... here she is. Sound disappears. Time slows. My body, once warm and riled up from all the excitement, is suddenly dropping in temperature. It's like the acid in my stomach is boiling, coming up and melting my esophagus. Goddamn. My blood is frozen. I have to endure this everlasting 3 seconds of hell without taking a single breath. The problem is that it physically feels like 30 seconds for me. My mind is clear as day. I click my tongue mentally. It's too early. We didn't even need the shock equipment for this. I glanced down at my Pokecom screen. Takasab's life gauge has not turned red yet. This is bad. Slow-mo only lasts for 3 seconds in real time. Now that it's active, it won't line up with the timing when they use their ult. God damn it. Slowly and mercilessly, time continues to march forward. But I can't sit here and stew in my regret, as I do my best to withstand the intense pain. I input as many attacks as I can while slow-mo is active. I have to surpass the limits of KB as a game. I need reaction speeds on par or even greater than this cheater of a CPU. My light punch whiffs. I perform a 1-frame cancel and connect into a combo. This is the first time that one of my combos successfully connected with Takasab. If only I could have KO'd them then and there. But alas, it is not enough. Takasab still has life left. One more clean hit will do them in, which means their life gauge is glowing red. Damn it. That's all they have left? The air loses its viscosity. And now they're going to use their ult, and then that's it. We're going to lose here. Unless... What does Kaito have in store here? I gasp loudly, seeking to fill my lungs. The pain doesn't immediately leave me. My body feels lifeless. I can barely move a single finger. And I'm only just managing to stay upright. Actually, I'm about to fall over. I squeeze out my last words. Wait, what did I say? I squeeze out my words, not my last words. Come on. But my voice is so quiet that it feels like it might vanish at any moment. Nonetheless, I've managed to communicate my will. Frau immediately embraces me from behind. And just like that, I'm able to maintain my posture. However, the impact of slow-mo coming to an end caused me to look away from the screen for a split second. It was a fatal mistake. My gun barrel and Takasab's Snider. Takasab executes a backstep, putting distance between the two machines. He's out of gun barrel's range. This is Snider's ult range. At this rate, I'm going to lose. And if I let this chance go, there is no next time. It was though our hearts were connected. The second I yell, Frau's hands are already on the shock therapy controller. And without any hesitation, she presses the button. Oh, we're gonna force slow-mo again? I've never triggered attacks consecutively before. So this is a gamble. I'm pretty done with this whole self-harm thing, to be perfectly honest. So just listen to me for once, you goddamn brain-dead body. We're really doing it again, aren't we? Holy shit. His poor fucking heart. I'm in. Another 30 seconds of slow motion. So a 1 minute total of slow-mo, though with what is quite literally a breather in between. I have no idea what's going to happen to me. Can my body handle this? Am I going to die from asphyxiation, or am I just going to faint? Well, in any case, we're crossing into the unknown. But none of that matters right now. My body is finally listening to me. Time to master this awful ailment once and for all. Takasab's ult has already been activated. A 1-frame sniper attack at point-blank range. Snider fires a needle-like bullet at me. I evade the first shot with fast reactions. At that point, the second shot had already been fired, and I can see it. Normally, I wouldn't be able to see the trajectory of the bullet, but now I can, clear as day. I can slip through the bullet by abusing an invincibility frame. It would be their 1 frame versus mine. One mistake and it's all over. I dodge all 14 shots and close the distance between us. My light punch just barely grazes them. Takasab couldn't block it. And with that, the match is settled. As long as the light punch connects, I have about 6 different combo routes at my disposal. No matter which one I pick, it'll be a KO. Even just a regular heavy attack would be enough. So what do I go with? Obviously the hardest and flashiest combo. Gotta flex on this bastard. In this gentle, lonely, and slow passage of time, it takes little effort to input the commands. I punch in all the resentment that had piled up after hundreds of losses. Oh, god damn it. Oh, we better pay attention here, or else, you know? Oh, we got time, I think. I actually almost pressed the wrong fucking button, so that is why I kind of, you know, pay attention here, because I really don't want to mess up. I don't know what would happen. I don't want to find out what would happen. I'd rather just not come across that problem. God damn. Jesus Christ, what fucking combo are we entering here? Oh wait, oh wait, we actually don't have a time limit. Oh, okay, that was the fucking number that we have to punch in. Okay, the number, okay, I see. I had it wrong. I thought that we actually did have a time limit, but no, okay. I was gonna say, damn, I've got less than 10 seconds remaining? Shit. Ooh, that was scary. Well, that was flashy, I will admit. And now we're dead. Right? Once I input the combo ensuring my victory, my consciousness flows back into the present. The lock should be gone now. Frau should be able to handle the rest. So how about I take a little rest? After all that torture, I managed to trigger 2 consecutive attacks. I'm dead tired. I can't go any further. I don't even have the energy left to open my eyes.
先輩、無茶しやがって。
That is true. He is pretty fucking insane. Is it just me, or did something soft touch my lips? I hope not. My consciousness sinks into the white void before I can get an answer. Yeah, I mean, if she has not been bathing, then that tells me that she also has not been brushing her teeth. I ride along the familiar interstate road on my scooter. Thanks to the nice weather, the wind isn't so chilly today. Akiho is riding in front of me, the hem of her skirt waving in the wind. As always, I wonder how she manages to prevent that thing from flying all over the place. I feel heavy. Even driving my scooter sucks. I haven't recovered yet. It's been almost a week since I stayed at Frau's place for 2 nights, grinding away at KB without sleeping. I haven't been to school since then. I had to skip when I was over at her place, so it's been 8 days since I last showed up. As expected, 2 consecutive slow-mo attacks in a row were just too much. I've never done anything like that before. For 2 days after, I couldn't even stand up on my own. I was a mess. On top of that, because I couldn't play KB properly for a few days, my ranking dropped all the way to 4th place. Granted, it didn't take me long to climb back up to 2nd, but still. After everything went down, Frau told me how the incident wrapped up. After I broke through the lock, Frau went in and commanded all the robots to cease all functionality. And just like that, the Reach series was stopped before they could attack the government building proper. At nearly the same time, power was restored all throughout Tokyo. The chaos from the incident still persists, especially on the economic side, but people are returning to their daily lives. After I passed out, the policeman who visited called an ambulance and had me taken to the hospital. As for Frau, well, the cops took her in and questioned her as a person of interest. She was swinging by the police station almost daily for a while, but at no point was she arrested. People are still pushing the Furuguri family culprit theory online, blaming the two for the incident. Lots of people declared that they were quitting the Gunbarrel fandom, and the user numbers for KB dropped hard. But whatever, they're free to say what they want. The real truth resides elsewhere. Frau did really well, but though we avoided the worst case scenario, it's now clear to me that the Kimijima reports aren't a conspiracy theory. Oh, now they're not. Even after all these fucking connections, they're a clear and present threat. The Committee of 300 and the Tavistock Institute are secretly pushing their plan to eradicate humanity forward. Another large solar storm is slated to occur in the year 2020. I have a real bad feeling about this. But what am I supposed to do? How do I fix this?
ねえねえ、カイ。
Well, hold up. We gotta check Twitter. It's been a while. This is the first time I've ever felt like I don't want to play KB. From Sister Centipede to Yashio-san. Oh boy. I just got an achievement here. I found someone I want to introduce who seems perfect for your hobby. The person's name is Dash. He gets mad if you call him Super Hacka, so please be careful. Okay. So that's somebody else that I think we get to add into list D. White bread. Grab the white bread, put it in your mouth, and wait at the intersection by the school gate If you do that, a flag will go up, and Frau Tan will win, LOL, and a bunch of other shit. I'll pick you up at your house. Been a while since we went to school. Let's go together. I still feel sick. I wanted to stay away until graduation. Of course, I mean, I am your guardian. Let's go with this. Not that it really matters. I think we're at the end of this phase here. Maybe I should stop selling parts for a bit and concentrate on the building aspect. I feel much better since I got the surgery. The nightmare of the crash of 15 reappears. 6 days of blackout, long way until everything is fully back up. My company is still rattled from not being able to get the tasks straight. We have to buy new PCs for the whole company, so I contacted the maker, but they told me it'll take half a year to get it to us. Give me a break. The makers should cover the repair fee for PCs and Pokecoms in the first place. They knew that a solar storm was coming. Trying to take money in this situation is disrespectful to the customers. Stock prices hit the floor, and a huge amount of yen, I'm not counting the zeros there, that I invested disappeared in those few days. Gonna go hang myself, Jesus Christ. Okay, so everybody's just complaining. Wait. I think there are less service robots in Tokyo now. So was the hacking of the robots to cause a terrorist attack fake news? The robot attack wasn't fake news, it really happened. Robot terrorist attack was prevented before it happened. Also, the suspected high school girl was completely innocent. Kurakaneshi is currently radio silent. What, Kojiro Frau wasn't the culprit behind the terrorist attack? Why are you letting her off when there's no source that she's innocent? Where's the source that she's guilty? Plus, there are rumors that her mother is a serial killer. There isn't proof that she's innocent, but yeah, exactly, there you go. RI Company announced that they are going to collect all the Reach series that are out. It was just on the news. That company is done for. A Japanese man was found dead in the Philippines. Oh, no, dude. No way. Wow. Okay, game. Yeah, I guess this is a science adventure title. Through and through to the fucking end, right? After parking her scooter, Akiho walks over with a grin.
今日放課後にロボクリニックに行かない？見てもらいたいものがあるんだ。
何？
ガンツク2の駆動システムのことでね、ようやく解決策が見えそうなの。
へえ、モノポール結局使うことにしたんだっけ？
こんなところで言っちゃダメだって。
Yeah, now we're the ones that's fucking up. Akiho looks around anxiously. After making sure nobody overheard us, she lets out a sigh of relief.
ドクがすっかり調子に乗っちゃって、いろいろプロトタイプを作ってくれてるんだ。カイにも見てもらいたくて。
俺が見ても意味ないと思うけど。
それでも見てよ。あれはカイが見つけたものなんだもん。はあ、あとはフラウボーがプログラムをやってくれたらな。
Yeah, I suppose I could swing by the abandoned hotel today. She's probably locked in there like she always is. I pass through the front gate of the school, and just as I'm about to head for the classroom,
ヤシオ先輩来たこれ
a familiar voice stops me. Judging by the person's bizarre choice of words,
かっこいいイケメン男子かと思った。
no.
残念、フラウちゃんでした。
Frau dashes over after delivering her incomprehensible greeting.
フラウボー、どうして？いつもが。
どうも部長先輩。ちなみに部長先輩に聞きたいんですけど、なんでさも当然のようにヤシオ先輩の隣っていうここ恋人ポジションをキープしているのか。
恋？
コナちゃんさ、朝っぱらからテンション高すぎ。で、授業出ることにしたの？
授業というかロボ部の活動に出ることにしました。ヤシオ先輩が言ってくれたからそう決めたんだ。
Oh no. She then wraps herself around my arm. She's being a little too touchy-feely for my tastes, but just as I'm about to shake her off, I realize something.
頑張れるをもう一度輝かせるために私にできることをやっていこうって。
Okay, good. Yeah, let's go that direction, not any other direction. Frau's small hands are trembling. She'd been a shut-in for who knows how many years. I can't even imagine how scary it must be for her to suddenly come back to school. And yet, despite her fear, Frau's doing her best to move forward with her head held high. Frau's true life is finally about to begin. Right here on this island, where her mom lived, even if it was only for a short period of time. I know it's pretty late to be saying this, but...
コナちゃん、種子島へようこそ。
Ah, that's fitting. That's nice. Okay, no credits. We don't do that here. No, no, no. Alrighty, there we go. Woo, that felt like a long one. But it only felt like a long one because we were in the same fucking room for who knows how long. God damn. Alright. Well, that is 3 routes. Not even 50% done on CGs. How much more of this game do we have left? God damn. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, well. Who the hell knows, right? We'll just keep on grinding, or whatever. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. I mean, it kind of dragged a little bit. Okay, maybe a lot, but we got through it. I think it was very nice to see that the main story was having a lot more of a connection here with the route that we were going through. With Nai's, I mean, yeah, there was a purpose, and Juna's more so of a purpose. I mean, she had a story to tell, and we needed to get her shit figured out going forward, which was really nice to see. And, I mean, same boat for Frau, but having that direct connection with the story was really, really effective with making it feel like everything was still moving forward and not that we were halting the brakes and jumping over to focus on a character. We were still going forward, or at least it felt like it. So, I don't know how to rank these. Nai's, I feel like, is still, like, bottom of the fucking ladder, just because, like, it felt really out of the way and just kind of out there. And apparently, all of these routes do happen. These events do occur in some sort of way, if not specifically how we saw them go down. They at least go down in some sort of way. At least Juna's and Frau's. I don't know about Nai's. I didn't pay too much attention there, but yeah, there is that to consider. So all of that shit did happen in some sort of way. So that's fun. I just don't like how we're doing this route system, because now we have to go back to that save that we created, and I guess we respond to Akiho? I want to say Akiho is next. If there's another character route to do, my body and mind and soul, they're all saying Akiho is next, because females only get the routes in science adventure titles. It's how it is. It's just how it is. So that's what I'm thinking. That, or we're just going to continue forward. I have no idea. I really don't know. But next up is Phase 8. I think there's like 10, 11, or 12 phases, so there is a part of me that thinks that we are getting closer to the end. I just don't know how close we are. Oh well. Well, anyways, before we actually end the episode, if you guys are watching these videos as they're coming out, not so great news. I'm taking a little bit of a break, so the rest of this playthrough will be finished after my little break of like half a month or so. And yeah, hopefully we can get through the game in a timely manner, because I'd like to hit up anonymous code afterwards. However, if you're watching this episode as the playthrough has already ended, don't worry about this message. I am, however, in case you guys are curious, going to Las Vegas. I'm going to attend EVO. Unfortunately, there is no Kill Ballad that will be taking place there, or a Robo 1 of sorts, but that's okay. I'm still gonna go have fun. I'm not even a fan of fighting video games, but yeah, I'm going nonetheless, and it'll be fun. And afterwards, I will return to Robotics Notes Elite. Well, anyways, thank you all for watching this episode, and I look forward to seeing you all in the eventual next episode. If you enjoyed this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz. And yeah, take it easy, guys.